All personnel, clear the launch platform.
Disneyland is your land.
The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Disneyland is your land.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
Where are we going?
To Neverland.
Hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 233. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever it is, and however it is. We do very much appreciate it. My name is Mark, and I'm one of the co-hosts here. Sitting to the right of me is the very handsome Trail Master Puppets himself, Woody. Good evening, sir. It's you and I for now. Becky's on assignment. Jess is on assignment.
Well, I was gonna wait for the news, but I might as well say it now.
What was that?
We have breaking news for the LTV family. The ladies have been fired.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was unsatisfied with the one show that I wasn't on. I'm like, wow, and then they're fired.
Yeah, our ratings just dropped.
Yeah,
Completely dropped.
And the funny part is they're not gonna know that until they leave.
No, life comes up and things happen, but the show goes on, and that's cool. We can do that. Rudy's rocking a brand new flannel. I don't want to go delve deep into this at all, but it's nice. It's a nice colorway.
Thank
It's a
you.
nice black and yellow or lime, yellow.
If anybody is curious, you can go to Dixon website and type in Pasoy. And then if anybody knows that name, Christian Pasoy,
And you should.
not everybody will. I had to explain to a couple people.
I knew exactly who that
Mark
is.
and I were at the age we were into the skate culture, and he was one of the big names.
Yep.
And so, there's all the ones that I don't have, they collect a couple people, and this is totally different topic that anyway.
Yeah.
I had the twist and the soy. I didn't get the Caballero. So
I love all those guys. Speaking of the skate culture, I used to love that stuff because it worked. It was almost seamlessly with BMX freestyle, which I was really into. But I mean, I had a couple of Santa Cruz decks, but I was awful at skateboarding. I mean, I could only do a couple things, and there's certain skills that people just had, and I just did not have it. But I loved the artwork. I loved the clothing. I used to have a pair of Vision Streetwear shoes. Yeah. But anyway, this is not a skateboarding show. And I just wanted to say, I used to love the culture. I was horrible at it. But anyways, yeah, nice shirt. Okay. If this is your first time listening to the show, hey, welcome. We think you find the water to be warm. We are a very open and honest Disneyland podcast, and we love to talk about anything regarding the parks, good or bad. We'll give you our honest opinion. If this is not your first time, hey, welcome home. Today's show is sponsored by you, the listeners, and we make that possible by going to leavingtodaypodcast.com. Click on the support tab. We have a Patreon page there. All the proceeds go to our hosting costs and for me to buy new gear and all that kind of stuff to keep the ship rolling here. We also have T-shirts that help out the cost on tpublic.com. And so that's how the holidays are coming up. These make some really good gifts. Ken, you're probably due for 1 or 2 shirts, right? I hope so. And also we have stickers on there as well. And then finally, I just want to say, again, if you're listening to the show, if you hear my voice, thank you for supporting independent art, independent creativity. Podcasts is, free speech. We can say, it's an outlet for people like us just to be able to talk about things that we love and share and communicate with each other.
Right, 100%. The communication that we need to have as a people in the culture is incredibly important. When we begin to shut people out for whatever reason, and years and years. And with this incredible community that we have, I'm going to keep on saying it because of the reality of what we need. We have met so many just great human beings. I mean, just amazing, kind, loving, giving people. And it has nothing to do with anything other than our love of the park, our love of Disney, and just finding community with each other. No judgments, no nothing. We're here for each other, and we circle around things that we love. We circle around the commonality that we find.
Right.
The only way we do that, the only way as a culture and a people we do that is by talking. So go out there, find voices, listen to people. Some might be a little grating, some might be a little like, I don't know if I agree with everything. But continue because it will help you develop the spectrum of the world and hopefully you see what it's done for me, hopefully make you realize that we are much closer to what the algorithms and machines are making us do. We are much closer together than we are today.
Right.
Just continue and we thank you every time you spend every second, every minute you spend listening to me, Mark, Jess, and Becky. We appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah. All right. Well, and that I was thinking about. I have about this before. We have this Venn diagram. All of us, we all intersect somewhere, and our circles may not match, and they probably don't align very much at all, but they do align in the Disneyland spectrum, right? And if you can just focus on those things that you like, it'll change your whole disposition and everything. And everything else is just, to me, is nonsense. The other stuff, just focus on the stuff you like.
A lot of noise.
Yeah. Okay. So today's a good show. We have our special guest on. It's a new list. It's not a list. I'm not sure if he listens. Hopefully he listens to us after the show. But it's someone I found on a different podcast. And his name is Brandon. He goes by Theme Park Conductor. I'm super excited to talk to him because, we'll get into his stuff later. But I loved hearing his. I just like hearing him talk, and he's got some really good insights and stuff. And I go, hey, you know what? I'd like to talk to that dude. This might be a guy we'd like to hang out with.
Yeah.
Let's see, three other things here, real quick. Every other Wednesday, LTP Lounge. It's from 6 to 7 Indy time. That's Pacific Daylight Time. That's coming up on the 12th, I believe, this week, or sorry, the week after this show comes out. Mm-hmm. But it's been really good because we've got Lewis coming on like almost every time. And Lewis, not only is Lewis just a great guy, he's a great guy to have on and talk, but he also is our official Walt Disney World correspondent. Mm-hmm. So if there's stuff you want to know, please drop in on our show 6 to 7. And he keeps us up to date with all the construction out there. And I'm interested in all that stuff. I just don't have the bandwidth to track everything going on out there. But it's really good. Yeah. Rivers of America, Animal Kingdom, he'll call it AK. He's got his names for stuff. So all that stuff is great. If you want to know more about Walt Disney World stuff, tune into our LTP Lounge for that plus general Disneyland discussion. We'd love to see you there. Also, Udi mentioned 10 years coming up in February. I think sometime in 2026 we might try to put together a Disneyland trip. Well, that's my resolution already, is to get Udi out to the park sometime in 2026.
Yeah, and it'll be next year.
Yeah. Oh, it will be next year?
Yeah.
Okay. For at least a couple visits, and one of them I want to do. For LTP anniversary stuff. Lastly, December 16th, if you're in the Sacramento area, we're going to do a trivia night at Beach Hut Deli in Citrus Heights. It's going to be a Tuesday night, of course. It's going to be celebrating, Jess's birthday, which will be on Christmas Day. But we're going to do it that night, and it's going to be trivia, and it's really fun. It's a good time to hang out and talk. Just talk and have a good time. I'm the one working on the questions, but I might sync up with a couple people to get some questions out there. Okay.
You know what I find so funny about that?
What?
My birthday is literally 3 days later.
I know that.
But it
okay.
Makes me laugh.
This is going to be a joint birthday party. Ooh, you were feeling left out, Udi.
No. I find it funny because I don't care. I just like,
I'll buy you a sub sandwich, Udi, if that makes you better.
Buy me a snickerdoodle cookie. I'm good.
They sell those there?
They do.
Okay, well, I'll have one.
Really good.
I'll have a candle put on for you, Udi.
Okay.
All right. So, December 16th, Udi and Jess' birthday party, apparently not. Okay. Anyways, Hey, we have the news, of course, and today's opening question comes from Annika. Her question was, what is your favorite way to have breakfast in the park, or what do you do for breakfast in the park?
Yeah.
It's an interesting question because there's a lot of options, right? Let's go through them just like real quick. Let's say you're going to go for a few days, and if you normally don't have breakfast on your regular life, do you just go totally out of pocket and have some big breakfast to start your day off, or do you kind of keep things simple, or do you just kind of go, hey, you know what? I'm on vacation, gonna throw a caution to the wind, and I am going to just eat whatever. I'd be curious to know that, and then also. I don't have a set schedule of what I do. There's a couple things that I've changed and modified, but I want to hear you.
Well, you know, I anybody who listens to the show long enough knows that I do not typically eat breakfast in the park. I don't. I have my other ritual, which would be the Denny's right there.
Yeah.
You know, I have the same thing: pancake, eggs, hash brown, coffee, and that is my typical thing. Like 4 cups of coffee, no joke. 3 cups, one I'm sitting there, one to go. But what I will have, like if you even want to call it, is I will have occasionally have coffee from Bengal because it's Joffrey's and
Yeah.
it's amazingly good coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't really and I've said it before, and I need to follow through on one of these trips is to have breakfast in the park.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Yeah. And there are many. I mean, the only time you and I had breakfast, we went to Goofy's Kitchen, but that doesn't qualify either.
No,
because we're outside.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, I don't have a breakfast ritual or tradition or anything in the park.
Yeah, Annika mentioned that cold brew Cocoa Puff.
I would try that.
Oh
100%.
yeah, that is 100% up your alley.
Yeah,
Because my daughters love that thing, and
Yeah.
it's like this is Udi's thing.
Yeah. No, it was funny because she mentioned it. I went like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm like, oh, I gotta try that.
There's a breakfast burrito or a breakfast chimichanga there.
There's a lot of good stuff. Yeah.
What is the right way to say that?
Chimichanga.
Changa. Okay.
Chimichanga.
Because I've heard it say changa, but it's not that way. Okay. There's that. Yeah. If I go for like, well, when I go, I'm fortunate enough to go for like 3 or 4 days in a row. I mean, I would go for 1 day in a row, but it's just more cost effective for me to go for like 3 or 4 days.
Correct.
2 of the days, because where we stay, I'll just swing by McDonald's and grab an iced coffee, and I'll have like a protein bar, and I'm good to go for a few hours.
Yeah.
But there's something great about getting a breakfast at Riverbell Terrace. Also, Joffrey's Coffee, and they will give it to you to go when you leave, which is great. I love having that.
Yeah.
And that there's a pro tip too. Any of the restaurants will give you a drink to go. I found out, but so I would recommend having breakfast in the park one day. There's something I don't know. I hate the word magical, but there's something magical about it. Like, oh, I'm here. Magical isn't the right word. It's just nice to be there. And yeah, he's got a point with his Denny's stuff. No, it's true.
Yeah. Because I literally do not eat until like probably night when I do that. Like I will eat at that's roughly around 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then take about a half hour, and then I'm going in for rope drop. And then I usually don't eat till like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
I usually don't, like maybe a snack there. Like of course you got to get a beignet in there at one point in the day.
Has to be done.
But other than that, yeah. Then I wait till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we hit up El Rancho days. Yep.
I wonder if they will start serving breakfast. Why don't they have a breakfast burrito?
They should.
We got to write our.
Chorizo.
We got to write our.
Didn't they do something with breakfast?
There was. There was. Yeah.
But I don't think it's going anymore.
No, it was like a seasonal thing. Anyways, I'd be curious to know what your breakfast things are. I think we'll keep talking about that as the shows come on. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's. Oh, did we answer that question fully? I think we did. But I feel like there's always more to talk about with
there always is,
because I love talking about this kind of stuff. I know there's a seasonal breakfast sandwich or burrito there now. Never had it, but I just
at Rancho.
No, just at the park. I'm not sure where it is. It could be over by Troubadour Tavern or something, or maybe there's one in Frontierland. Oh yeah, it's in Frontierland, right? let's see how to describe it. It backs up against the water, the rivers of America. You know, if you were to walk out of the Golden Horseshoe and walk over to Big Thunder, halfway in between and to your left, you know, there's that station there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's usually fruit and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they have breakfast burritos there. But that, I don't know. That could either be a good start or a very bad start to your day. You know, but you know, you're in the park, so there are no rules.
Yeah, I'm looking at Brancho right now. Yeah, they only do lunch and dinner right now. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. But there's probably a food court, a food cart on that. If you look at the map, it says dining.
I'm looking at it right now.
So what is there? Is there a breakfast burrito on that map? Oh, there is.
They have for breakfast turkey leg. No, breakfast chimichanga. That's it.
Did they tell you what's in it, or? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Like $12, $13 for that.
8.
8? Oh. Okay. Yeah. Do they have coffee there?
Yep.
Does it say it's Joffrey's?
Nope.
Well, it is. If it isn't,
Right. It
Yeah.
would have to be.
yeah, it's either Joffrey's or Starbucks, and I think they almost sell Starbucks at the market house.
Yeah.
So, so that could be a winning thing. I'd have to see it in
Yeah.
real life.
That is the ship to shore marketplace.
Okay.
If anyone is wondering.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Well, good to know. Well, that's our opening question. So let's go to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
Okay. First news item from this show. Disneyland closes ticket booths in Esplanade and shifts guest services. Disneyland has just made some shifts to the booths in the Esplanade between the parks and service they provide. The change is especially notable ahead of the Magic Key passes going back on sale this week, which will increase demand for these ticket booths as guests come out to buy passes, hopefully.
Well, yeah.
The 2 ticket booths that have been used for ticket sales in downtown Disney the 2 ticket booths that have been used for the ticket sales on the downtown Disney side of the Esplanade are now closed. This is the side that will be nearest to the upcoming Portals Bakery. We know that according to the demolition permits that the project, they plan to demolish 2 of the 4 ticket booths for this new location. We are not sure at this time what Disneyland's plans are for the other 2 that just closed. They are not open today, and cast members are saying it's permanent, but we haven't gotten confirmation yet. So yeah, these are the ticket booths. We're looking at an overhead map here. The ones that actually stand at barrier between downtown Disney and the Esplanade, those are closed.
Yeah.
The ones on the other side coming in from Harbor are, I guess, open. I guess.
Well, to me, I'm like, the ones on the downtown Disney side, I kind of get.
Yeah.
Because they've been shifting away from that whole process for a long time now, and a lot of people have now become savvy to the process now. I mean, it's been long enough, and whether or not you like the process doesn't even matter. We are now stuck with it. I'm not gonna lie, there's a little bit of nostalgia that goes like, I remember having to walk up and then going up there and actually physically paying for the tickets and having the physical media of the tickets and the whole thing. There was something to that.
Yes.
And I'm of the mind, like, I kind of wish they would save one. If they're going to move away from them altogether, just for the sake of
Keeping one around.
posterity,
Yeah.
and having something there to be like, hey, this is history. Like, this is literal history in these buildings, and you think about the millions and millions and millions of people that have gone through that process and in front of those buildings, the hundreds of times that we've done it growing up. I mean, so
Yep.
like it makes sense because of how the park is progressing, but there's that part of me that says we need to hold on to the bits of the history in some way or fashion.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, and that's part of the reservation system. That is gone, and I mean, luckily, I've been fortunate enough to be able to get annual passes. Yeah, I saw that today.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Been fortunate enough to get annual passes, but the times when I didn't, it was always it's kind of maybe more recent, maybe in the last like 15 years, they would change the tickets no matter what you got. Like, you remember, like if you and I were gonna go and we had like a day ticket, we would just put our tickets here. We'd give them like a paper for them to scan. They'd kick out a stormtrooper one, or maybe I'd get Goofy or something like that, or you'd get Mickey and I'd get Darth Vader, or whatever it is.
I've got a few of those still.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I hold on to
I
this.
have them in my lanyard.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I bought the lanyard for that reason, so I could tuck them in there.
Oh, okay.
That way I didn't have to carry them around in like my wallet or anything. So literally, I've got them in there.
Okay.
And because like you hold on to the little bit, that memory. I mean, the last time I wore that was on our trip when we went with Jess and her mom and her aunt.
Oh.
And that was, I wore it and I had the button with the picture of her aunt who had passed on it. So that was like carrying her aunt around the whole day when we were together.
Okay.
So it was, like, those are little things that build memories, and we all talk about Disneyland and why we hold on to it, and this is all part of it. So when you have these little things kind of disappear, I'm like, what is going to replace it? What are we gonna? What are the future generations going to build their memories on? Is it going to be on a phone picture?
Yeah. I don't like that.
I don't like that. I feel like losing that losing connectivity with the real world.
Yep.
And I always get anxious with that, because I feel like when you do things like this, you disconnect and it's another strand cut. And it's easier to disconnect from the entirety of the park and the people and the reason why you go. It's easy to just snip and you're done.
Yep. Well, I say bring back paper fast passes.
100 freaking %.
Maybe we'll talk to Theme Park Conductor about that.
Dude, yeah, see what his opinion is on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of progress here, Disneyland made a change to Big Thunder Mountain during its refurbishment. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Disneyland is reopening following its 2-month closure. The ride was removed from the refurbishment calendar yesterday, that's last week, as a surprise, and was in operation at some points during the day. This happened after multiple closure extensions. There was a change to the Disneyland Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in the cavern. In the cavern scene, addressing an effect that was not always operational. In the first scene, when the train ascends the lift hill under a waterfall, the waterfalls are currently replaced by 2 misters on either side.
Lame.
We assume they made this change for consistency's sake, given that the waterfall wasn't always working. This may also not be a permanent change to the ride, and the waterfalls could be back in the future. However, they did reopen the ride with this new effect, so we believe it's notable to share a look at the differences. Yeah.
No, hate it.
I hate it too. But this could be a workaround until something else, they could get something else done. I mean, if you were saying, hey, we have a water feature that we really have to get done, but it's going to take some more time, but we really want to get the ride open because because when this thing is down, there's the noticeable, it's down because people there's like, why is this place so crowded? Oh, well, actually, you can say that about a lot of the bigger rides, right? Yeah. And this is one of the bigger rides.
Right.
Do you open it like half-assed?
Well, no, but here I'm going to counter that.
Okay.
That because we've had the park, we had last year, and in the part of this year, the park, major section of the park shut down.
Yeah.
So I don't buy that. To me, this is them going, oh, you know what would be much easier to do? A mister.
Oh.
We have far less breakdowns. The equipment is less.
Yeah.
Everything is cheap. This yells cheap to me.
It does yell cheap, but I think it also says to me like, well, I hope you're not right when they say we can cut corners and just have this operation. I think I'm hoping it's like we want this thing up.
Nope.
We need more time to get things going. No, okay. You're probably right.
No. I mean, I hate it because
you've only been wrong twice in your life, so. Twice. Okay, so I'm sure you're right.
No, and when I saw it, I'm like, come on, guys, like really a water feature? I get it. I mean, water. A lot of people have no idea, or they don't. It doesn't click in their head how much of a erosive like water can erode things, and a lot of people don't get it. So I understand that from a point of view, like, hey, the water will continually flow, and the flow will eat away at that feature. I get that, 100% get that. But on the flip of that is like, but I don't care because that's the feature.
Yeah.
So do your shutdown at night, shut it down for a day, do your refurbing, fix that feature. If you have a leak somewhere, you have your pump not working, you have whatever it could be, figure it out. I mean, I live in a world where, we're just going to change it because we can't figure it out. Doesn't exist.
Right.
To that level. I mean, we do have corrections we have to make when we can't make something work, but that isn't the first go. So something as basic as a water feature that they're going to switch it to a mister is ridiculous to me. It is stupid. And on top of it, I love running my hand through the water.
Yes. I was talking to Justin the other day about that, and it was it's one of those things that when I'm on there with my daughters, well, we usually sit in the back. We're like row 14, 15, if you know what I'm talking about. But if she's in front of us, we get her wet and get your work. It's all part of it.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Again, going back to the previous thing, it's little things like this that people don't always think about, but these are the connective tissues.
Oh, sure.
This is the physical touch. Like a mister, what are you going to do, wave through a mister? Yeah. That's not as fun as literally reaching out, feeling the water hit your hand, and then you splash it on somebody.
Yes.
We've all done it to people that we love. Like, that's part of the fun of that. So, mister, while the effect, honestly, the effect to me is going to probably be pretty cool. I don't mind the misting effect.
If you didn't know before, though.
Correct. Yeah. But because of the water just fits in that room.
Yes.
Better.
And it fits the theme, too.
Correct.
Yeah.
And when you're going up there, you used to have the stalactites and the stalagmites. And you see the dripping water, and everything has this moisture to it. And then you're going to go up and it's misty? No, it does. That doesn't make sense to the whole story.
No.
Even though you're going through a cavern and it's water.
Yeah.
Not mist. Where's the mist coming from?
If I had a magic 8-ball, I'd ask it, hey, was the water coming back? And I'm shaking the ball. I'd just say, answer hazy. Ask again later.
It'd be totally ask again later.
Ask again later. Shoot. Okay, so
I would shake it probably probably not.
Probably not. I think it is. We'll see.
I really hope. And these are the things like Disney. Come on, guys. Like,
all right, let's do a gentleman's bet.
Okay.
Loser buys the bag of beignets.
Okay.
Oh, easy, right?
Easy.
Yes, cool.
Man, should I put my order in already, Mark?
Sure.
I'll put my order in because I know you're going to be buying.
Nothing wrong with a bag of beignets, man. I don't mind. I have no trouble buying that and sharing that.
What's that on your face? It's powdered sugar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and a mint julep, dude.
Oh
my God. Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, next news item is Disneyland adds new updated prizes for the 70th anniversary scavenger hunt. Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration kicked off earlier this year in May, bringing lots of special offerings to the resort, including some fun in the park experiences. One of the highlights that we mentioned in our ranking and review of all 70th anniversary offerings is the scavenger hunt style interactive offering in Disneyland. Let's see. Disney has just shared that they have updated the collectible prize pins for this activity. When the Key to Disneyland experience first debuted, this offering was hugely popular. The lock stations had massive lines, and keys were sold out on the first day of the celebration. After purchasing a key, guests will go around the park to the different lock stations in each land and put their key into the lock, which unlocks unique effects. After unlocking all 9 lands, they can go to the final lock station to unlock one of 9 commemorative trading pins. So they added a new pin, and it looks like it's got gold around the edging. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm not a pin collector by any means, or at all. By zero means am I a pin collector, but I know this is huge in the Disney community. And I love this magic key. This thing was like $70. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would not have bought it on my own, but if we were there and my daughters wanted to get it, would probably go in thirds, which means I'd pay for it all. And it's kind of a fun way to just connect to the park and do things, especially if you go as often as some of us do. I think this is great. And I'm glad that they have this. Right now, Disney's 70th full anniversary offerings are scaled back a bit for the seasonal celebrations. Mm-hmm. But this will be back after the holidays. It's supposed to go to the summer of 2026 for Disney. So your thoughts about this?
Oh, again, going back to what you just said, like I wouldn't get it either.
Yeah.
But I tell you this, when we go to the park and it's going to be running, I'm going to smile the biggest smile when I see a little kid
Yeah.
with that thing
Yeah.
looking for that. And going back to, even though I'm not a pin guy, but it does speak to the tactile thing that we need more of. We need those connective pieces, the reminder. So you can't tell me that a kid that is into the park buys this, the parents buys it for them,
Yeah.
and they spend the day, and they're going to take that home, and they're not going to pull that out in 10 years and look at this like, oh man, remember that trip?
Yep.
Remember the key? Remember how we had to go everywhere? Look at, and I got this one.
Yep.
These are all the things that just lock us back in and root us into the park.
Oh, for sure.
So I love these things. When they came out, I was kind of like, what is that? And then then I read about the idea. I'm like, this is brilliant. Whoever came up with this idea in Disney marketing, hats off, because this is a great idea. And we need more of these type of things to continue on. It just grounds people's memories into the park, and this is what we really need going forward.
Amen. I totally agree to that. I think that's well said. I think my daughter's maybe a little too old for this, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's one of those. This could be one of those things where you get lost in the moment. Go, oh, okay, let's just go and do this sort of thing. Even though, as you and I are thinking, this is a lot of money for a Magic Key. I mean for this the key thing. But if we're there, well, I know exactly how it would go down. I would be like, I'm not doing this thing. But if we're there, the three of us or whatever, and let's just really get this. I've been wanting to do it, but like. Okay.
I would tell you this, like if we're together and let's say it's like you, me, Jess, and maybe Becky, and Becky's like, well, I'm going to get it for my girls, or Jess is like, I'm getting this.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, okay, get it, and are you coming with me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to be right there with you.
Sure.
Let's go do this.
Yeah,
I'd
for sure.
100% jump on that right away. Yeah.
See, I think right now, Jess would buy this thing anyways.
I think she would. I think she said she would.
Yeah, I think she would. I'm not sure about. Yeah, Becky. Whoa, wait a minute. Becky would probably do it. No, I think she would wait for her daughters to do it. But yeah. Anyways, okay. Cool stuff. Next news item is surprise Disneyland show returning, plus all characters coming for Christmas. Yeah. For the holiday season, there's no shortage of great seasonal entertainment and special character encounters during this Christmas celebration in Disneyland. We have a glimpse of the new character looks for the parks and holiday character dining experiences, as well as the return of a favorite show from last year. The very popular holiday Deadpool show will be returning this year. Last year, Deadpool and Wolverine made their debut in DCA. Then continued performances during the Christmas celebration and a special holiday show. This year, Storytime with Deadpool holiday special is back. Disney shared it will be near the Adventures campus, so we assume it will be located in the same spot as the Hyperion Theater courtyard. The show was extremely well received and always drew a significant crowd. So we're happy to see it as coming back. Yeah, great. They have that. They also have some new character breakfast at the Storytellers Cafe. So there's 2 holiday character dining experiences offered at Storytellers Cafe starting November 17th through January 6th. During the Christmas celebration, the bookings will open on October 2nd, so we're already past that. These meals will not be available on Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and Christmas. Holiday dinner experiences will be $79 per adult and $42 for children ages 3 to 6. Also, there's a breakfast. It's going to be $69 for kids. For adults, and $39 for kids 3 to 9. So that is what's happening right now. Again, this stuff is beyond anything I'd really be interested in going to a breakfast buffet, a character-themed breakfast buffet. But tons of people like this stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. This is where Jay took us to eat, and it was really good. It's a really good atmosphere. As far as buffets go, I liked it a little bit better than Goofy's because it's not as loud and crazy as Goofy's. Just a little more, and the food was really good.
Yeah. It's kind of key. Environment. The two have to marry together, right? You get great food with a good environment, and then it's going to be the the key to the whole thing.
Yes, the magic key to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, last news item before we get on to our feature presentation, just real quick. This is from I think OC Register or something. These are the seven Disney rules that need to be implemented for theme park guests. Number 1, no talking on rides. What do you think about that?
No. You absolutely need to talk on rides.
Okay.
You need to talk on everything because, again, when you're with people you know and you love and you care about, that is part of it. The screaming, the yelling, the talking, did you see that, and blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah.
and all, and the whole thing. Anything that takes away from that. I mean, we're not in a movie theater.
Complete silence at all times.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on, really?
Yeah.
We're not in a movie theater. Like, in a movie theater, like, shut up. Like,
Yeah.
it's like whisper,
Yeah.
stay quiet, because other people are trying to focus in on a film.
Yeah.
But no, this is an amusement park, a theme park with amusement rides. Like, no. Screaming, yelling, talking, laughing, crying a little bit.
Yeah.
All that is part of it. So I read that one, and I remember reading, I'm like,
Well,
you're out of your mind.
Well, they're saying there's nothing worse for those families than a group that spoils the attraction by talking over the ride narration about something completely unrelated to the entire time. See,
Well,
I agree with that.
Well, no, I agree with that, but you can't police.
No, you can't police that.
You can't police that, because then what if they are talking about the ride? Oh, well, wait, hold on. What are you going to do? Have a cast member come over the PA? Wait. What are you guys talking about? No, you can't talk about that. Like, come on.
No, okay, but let's say you and I are on Rise, right? And we're sitting on the ride vehicle going through, and people behind us are talking about politics.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't bother you?
Oh, well, it depends on the politics.
Okay,
No,
well,
I'm totally-
whatever it is.
No, I'm totally.
Okay,
yeah,
let's say
I mean,
they're talking
there's a
about
degree of that.
they're talking about the NFL or something.
Yeah, there is a degree of that, but this is where I go back to. I'm not going to let somebody else regulate my good time.
Right.
So if they're talking, I can close people out. I can shut them out of my head. If I don't
Sure.
want to listen to them,
Yeah.
I have that key or switch in my head that goes click, and they're gone to me.
Okay.
I know not everybody has that. So there's a level of me that understands where they're coming from. At the end of the day, you can't. So this would be my recommendation for people who get annoyed by that. Do your best to push them out and focus in what's in front of you or what's around you. Don't focus in on the one negative spot, which could be a big one. I get that. But focus in on the goodness. Don't focus in on the negative. Focus in on the goodness. You're in Disneyland.
There's
for the
one
love
thing
of
though
me.
about all this that irritates me, and it happens typically on one specific ride. It's you go on the Haunted Mansion, and you walk right in, and you go into like the main room before it drops, and like the narration goes. I strongly dislike it when people start doing the narration.
Oh, I that annoys me too.
You know what I'm talking about?
But this is where I go back to that. It annoys me because I want to hear that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
but here's going to be my counter, and this is where I go like, hey, this is how they're connecting with that attraction.
Yeah,
It may be annoying to me but most of the time, all I do is when they're doing that, I don't think you've ever noticed it. When they do that and I hear that, I do one of two things. Either, again, I shut them out.
Well, you start throwing haymakers?
No, I shift away from them and go to a spot where I can hear it clearly.
Okay.
Because, again, the park is there for everybody.
Yeah.
So as much as I am like, I'm here for me, and I get that, and for my family, me and mine, but I have to, this is where I don't want to go and them like, hey, will you shut up? Because we're not in a movie. We're in a movie theater.
Sure.
Different altogether.
Yeah.
But there, no. So this is them going, this is how they connect. How many times have I sat there and repeated Star Wars Land as I'm watching the movie? Freaking hell. You know what I've been doing? Okay.
What? You've been watching Star Wars?
No, well, yeah, I mean, always. But literally, I've been watching, for everybody who doesn't know, I'm just going to say this real quick. I'm a huge Dodgers fan. I don't talk about it often because I don't post it. But this particular off season has been a really good one. And this particular off season, my Dodgers have gotten a lot of hate.
Yeah.
A lot of hate. So I felt it incumbent upon myself to push back on that hate. So what I've been doing is I've been listening and watching and reposting. If you guys follow me on that, you'll notice my story has been a lot of the Dodgers winning.
Yes.
And a lot of the same highlights, right? Rojas going yard to tie it in the bottom of the ninth. That one alone, I am literally now talking along with the announcer because I've heard it so much.
Okay.
This is how I connect with that. So this is my point. With those people who go to that is their connection with that attraction. So I am not going to sit there and go like, shut up, because then that's going to take their joy away. I understand that there's that bit of it like, well, they're taking my joy away. But like I said, I can work around that. I find my way and don't let them affect and take that make it negative thing. I find a way to enjoy it on my own and still within that. So I'll just go back to Go Dodgers. Anyway.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So that was long. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a few more to go through before we get our guests.
Let's go.
No flash photos and bright screens on the attractions.
I will agree with that.
I agree with that
I
too.
agree with that.
Okay.
Because that affects the attraction.
It does. Yeah.
It
That
can.
takes away your guest experience.
Yeah.
And you've been guilty on that too, my friend.
What'd I do?
You had your phone on during Pirates.
Did I?
You did.
I was trying to take a picture.
You were talking to someone. No, I don't know what you were doing something.
I don't even remember that.
Yes.
I was
Okay.
probably trying to take a picture of the Jolly Rogers were going down talking.
Okay.
Other than that, I
What's it-
every
what's
time
this-
was already recorded. Yeah.
Okay. Don't hold spots in line, Udi. I agree with that.
No.
Well, if someone's going to the bathroom, hey, my wife's in the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
My daughter's, yeah, dad, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, oh, yeah, I'm holding the spot for me and like the rest of the basketball team.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, you don't care? Okay. Yeah,
Because
I never.
literally like what it's gonna do. Add 2 minutes to the whole thing.
Yeah, I never say anything, but sometimes when I see like busy groups coming up, oh yeah, my friend's like way up there. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, fine, I'll move over and get on with my day. But I can see how that would be very frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but again, this is where I'm like, is it really going to ruin my day? Am I going to let it ruin my day that one person is holding the line for like their family? No.
No, I think there's a limit though. I mean, maybe like 4 or 5 people, but not like a basketball team or
Who's
something.
going to police that?
People. There are some people that will say something.
Oh, I know. And if they ever told me that, I'd be like, kindly mind your own business and have a wonderful day, and I'd go back to doing what I'm doing.
You would say that?
100%.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, like don't get on me. You're not. Don't Karen up my Disneyland.
Okay. Next item, Moody. Don't stay hydrated. I mean, do stay hydrated. Yeah, that's an easy one. Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten yelled at that lately for not staying hydrated, but.
This is like a top 7 list of what Disney should do. Okay, I don't understand why that's even on there.
No, because, you want to know why?
Because people get.
Well, yeah, because people really, and I am horrible at staying hydrated.
Oh,
I
me
try to
too.
get better. Yeah.
Yep.
And we've had people pass out, fall, all those kind of things will happen in that park. No matter if it's a hot day or a cold day, people just moving.
Yep.
Yep.
I've been guilty of that where my head just starts pounding. I go, man, because I used to drink a lot of water,
Yep.
and I go, I haven't had anything, which is
Yeah.
now I'm very cautious about it.
Yeah, that is my first tell. Like, I begin to get a pounding headache. I'm like, water.
Yep,
water.
yep,
Chug,
yep,
chug,
yep.
chug, chug, chug.
Don't overflow trash cans. Okay, I don't understand why that's even there. Just be a responsible human.
Well, yeah, true, but this is where the sweeps need to be a little bit more on it.
Oh, I think they are on it.
No, they are.
Yeah.
They are. I totally get that. And I get what they're trying to say is like, hey, if you see a trash can that's full,
Yeah.
go to the next one. I get that. And that, honestly, that's courteous. They're
Yes.
just being courteous.
Yes, for sure. All right, do clean up after yourself. I agree.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Again, this is just being a good human. And the last one is don't be afraid to get silly. Drop your inhibitions at the park.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep. I've seen many adults do that.
Yeah, I agree. I think when I read that, I thought of Jacob right away because I remember him like just saying he goes like he disconnects his brain or whatever and has like just nothing but fun, which I appreciate that. I don't do that. I'm not typically a silly individual as a rule, but
Yeah.
I will. I'm there to have a good time, so I'm definitely going to go and have a good time. So, yeah. There's a level of that I get.
Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah, nothing to add to that. So
I can't really think of any quote unquote rule that would need to be added to this list. You know what I mean?
right.
I really, I think the only thing that you could, I don't know, I guess make a rule for would be, hey, just be a good human when you're in the park.
Yes.
Be courteous, be kind, be respectful, do your best to just be mindful of everything around you.
Yeah.
Sadly, in this world, too many people are way too hyper focused on their own little world.
Sure.
And then Disney's kind of to be 100% real.
Yeah.
Disney's kind of help manifest that because of the dependence on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So the world view, when you're in the park, is shrunk down to a screen.
Yeah.
And that is one of the many reasons why I hate that. But these are all they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's weird that you're saying that. I mean, when you think about, I'm thinking about something else. It's like, I don't really do it, but in a way, I think the people like our age that have grown up at the park, and maybe I'm way off base or something, but we kind of feel like we're still kind of like protecting it, keeping, like, make sure that this park stays the way it is or was in there's a certain decorum I think you have to have at the park versus like Six Flags or something like that.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
because again, you're there for Disneyland. This is what holds apart from other amusement parks versus this theme park. And I would argue the not being too universal in a while, but making an argument that same rule will apply to an amusement park versus a theme park. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
for
a
sure.
theme park is different from an amusement park.
Yeah.
So there is a very clear line in my mind between the two, and then the quote unquote rules will be different for each one. 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, that will end the news. Now let's head over to our feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
Hey, LTP listeners, I want to welcome you to our feature presentation this afternoon for episode 233. We have a very special guest on. Now, I found this particular guest on a different podcast on OG55. I've been following him for a long time, love his content, and from time to time, or actually most of the time, he's got guests on. And this particular guest came on. He's been on a few times, and I go, oh, I like how this guy talks. I love his answers. He gives a lot of thought to stuff. And this guy might be someone that we could hang out with and talk and have a really good discussion, even go to the park with. I always think about people like that. I go, is this guy cool? Can we hang out in the park with this guy? If so, yes, then we're going to be friends. So that's who this is our guest today. He's hopefully you follow him already. If not, I encourage you to follow his stuff after this. But this is the Theme Park Conductor. Hey, man, what's up?
What's up, fellas? It's always a great time to talk about theme parks. I'm so happy to be on your show to talk about Disneyland and Universal. And I love that you give me praise for my opinions, because I love giving them. I love helping. I love helping people out when they go to the theme park, so they're educated. They know what's going on. That's the most important thing that I see going on. Is it's almost to the point where you have to plan your trip. You can't just show up anymore and kind of just go along your day. You have to physically plan your day minute by minute. So I'm so happy to have my own YouTube channel and to help guests out with that.
Yes, absolutely. And we're all very thankful that you're doing that. It's funny you say about planning your trip in the minute, because the thing that you said a couple weeks ago I was listening to is, and I kind of maybe want to unpack this more, is about this dependency on cellular phones, smartphones in the park. Now, I understand the role of that. We all have it. We all have one.
Sure.
But there is in my opinion, I think there's a huge disconnect, no pun intended, with the guest experience of looking at the screen versus drop the screen, enjoy the park, enjoy what the artists have done here, whether it's creating an atmosphere of rides or people with flowers and trees and shrubbery. All that stuff is, to me, is part of the whole experience. But we seem to have this shift to be like, no, we need to schedule attractions. We need to get our iced coffee. We need to get our beignets. We got to do all this stuff. What do you think about that, theme park conductor?
So it's kind of a horrible thing in my opinion. We live in a day and age now where, you know, technology, phones, tablets, Apple Watches, it's the new norm, especially at the theme parks. And Disneyland is the greatest beast of them all, and guilty of that. You know, when you walk into Disneyland, and I'm sure Walt Disney World has its issues, but when you walk into Disneyland, I would say a good 90% of people are on their phones. They're trying to book their next lightning lane. They're trying to get a mobile order. They're even using it to pick up merchandise.
Yeah.
So just the whole aspect of being in Disneyland, Walt's original park, his original Magic Kingdom, and enjoying the ambiance, enjoying the characters, enjoying what he built from orange groves to what it is now, and just trying to immerse yourself, because that's what I always feel when I go to the theme parks like Disney, like Universal. I like to kind of forget about my life, my work life, my personal life, and kind of just throw myself in the storytelling. And when I see the phones, when I see that Disney's making it so hard to go up to a window and have interactions with another human being about ordering food or going to get merch, or it's so difficult to book a lightning lane, it kind of destroys that magic. It really honestly does. And I don't see it getting any better. I see it getting much, much worse.
Well, you know, I've always been of the same mindset, and we were talking about it like in our news before. When we disconnect from the physical parts, so we're talking like paper fast passes, just going in and ordering something, or walking in and setting a reservation for whatever it could be. I'm shocked that so many people. Wow, how can I put it? That they don't go back to that, because when we lose those connective things, we're making it easier to cut off the entirety of the park and the experience. So we are 100% missing out on so much of the things that made Disneyland so magical and amazing in the first place, because it has become so digital that many of the people, I don't think, many of the people who do that, they don't fully connect in with the park. They're not really tapping into what makes that place so special. And I always feel bad, because I'm like, look, guys, there's a reason why it's not just a cool place and you can go ride, an attraction here or there, and there's some cool stuff around. There is so much more built in that park, and the only way you can really pay attention to that is by connecting with it on like a literal physical level, not through a screen, not through this, that, fast pass or whatever, but literally through the actual tactile thing of touching something and walking through that. Without that physical kind of connection with people and with attractions and with merch and with food and the whole thing, there is a major part of it that is you just miss it entirely. And how can you admire the theming of the park and recognizing why the hub is so cool and everything when you're too busy with your face stuck in a phone?
Right.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem. And a good friend of my channel, David from Fresh Baked, he just did a video that other day that Disneyland has now stepped it up even further with the whole, IT base. They got rid of most, if not all, the ticket booths now. In the Astronaut, those are all gone. And if you want to buy a ticket, you have this tiny little line next to Lost and Found, and they have cast members out in the lines encouraging people to use their phone to buy a ticket. So they're encouraging to not interact with the cast member because it takes too long, because they don't have enough people on staff. And they're encouraging guests that don't know how to buy a ticket online and how to purchase Lightning Lane to do it online.
Yeah,
So they're furthering that agenda.
Well, yeah, and what Disney has cleverly done, I don't even know if you want to be clever, but they've removed the infrastructure need and put it on the customer. They've removed that whole need of having people staff, having location, everything that is required, the building, the maintenance, the uptake, everything that is involved in that has now been offshored, for lack of a better way to put it, with the customer now. And now we take that on. So we're literally using our phone, our Wi-Fi, our whatever you want to put it now, and doing their job for them. And to me, that's where I really get frustrated, because it's like, no, you guys are now forcing people into your system, this system which removes all the work from you and puts it on us so that we can enjoy what you're supposed to do. So it's really, it is super frustrating to me.
It very is. And one thing I do also want to take away from David's video as well, he said back in the day when there was a lot of person-on-person interaction with customer service, he said basically Disneyland created a model to inspire other companies to learn from that model.
Oh, 100%.
And now
100%.
Disneyland has gone away from that.
Yes.
Completely.
Well, the expression.
I think he's spot on.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because how many times have you heard in different whatever realm you could be in any other business? Well, this is the Disneyland of this or the Disneyland of that.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever business, because they took that model of customer service and interaction, which was so high, and that is what they incorporated. Another factor that made Disneyland so special was that. We've often said that the cast member is the lifeblood of that park because that's what they were. Any contact you had with the park on the human level with the corporation was done through a cast member, and now it's done through a screen. So automatically now you're disconnecting the customer from your product. That's why I'm like, Disney, you guys are messing this up for the long haul, because you're now going to become a simple plug and play area, a theme park, because you have removed the things that made that special. So it is a big problem, and I don't think they're being short-sighted because they're not realizing this right now. Yeah. And it's a big problem, I think, for the future of the park.
Definitely.
Yep.
It just makes me upset, because we were talking about the ticket booth removal stuff in our news segment, and I was also thinking about how cool it was back in the day. Well, we were fortunate enough, and to have magic keys or annual passes, but there was a time when we didn't, and we would just this is prior to reservations, right? And we would go up and we would just have we'd be able to get a ticket, and sometimes we would get like a Mickey Mouse ticket or a Goofy ticket, or after they acquired Star Wars, maybe get like a Stormtrooper ticket, and that was kind of fun to have this unique experience. And all of that's gone.
Yeah. And
you're talking about Lightning Lane, which again, I still keep physical fast passes in my wallet as a reminder of like, you know what? You had to earn those, I mean, it isn't like I'm just gonna go click a button and have the three of us three of us have a fast pass for 4 o'clock at Big Thunder Mountain. No, you had to have someone in your group go as a volunteer. Hey,
with your ticket?
With your ticket, all of them. Hey, can you go to Big Thunder, go to the fast pass, and then meet us back at Space Mountain? Sure. Yeah. You had to earn those, man, and that was fun. It was a fun time. Because no matter what time you got, and you have no control over it. You come back to your group there. Oh, you got it for 5 o'clock. Yeah, dude. I didn't have a choice. Yeah. And I mean, to me, but that was a fun time. Yeah. And we had it down where we enter the park. We can get into that in a minute of how we enter the park. But in our case, we always go to Adventureland, see what the wait time. We would always get fast passes for Indy. And then, of course, we wouldn't be able to go because it'd be like 2 or 3 hours later. But fine, we'll go on Pirates, go on Jump Cruise, and then maybe we can go on Indy. But that's gone, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's a very sad thing,
yes.
And it's funny you mention about those Fast Pass tickets because early on I remember those tickets. I loved them because I used to collect them, and then one of the things that really pissed me off was, compared to Walt Disney World that still has the physical kind of like credit card annual passport like Magic.
Yes.
Disneyland got rid of that
Yeah.
years ago, and that's kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
Because for a while there, the app would not cooperate inside the park.
Dude, you are right on. I still have my annual passes.
I got mine too.
My physical ones in my room.
Yep.
I
have mine in the same lanyard.
Okay, but it was, dude. No, you're right. If your phone isn't working, what are you supposed to do?
You're done.
Disney loves to give you these magnets. Great. Just how about you give us a plastic card we can put in our wallet or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just have the card kind of like a universal card. So let's say, for example, you sign up with a Magic Key and you're maybe the Enchant Key, right? And then maybe you kind of find out, you know what, I'm going a lot more this year than I thought. Let's upgrade to the Inspire. You go to one of the ticket booths, they scan the card, and automatically it's upgraded to an Inspire. It doesn't have to say Inspired on the card. All it has to show is on the barcode. When they scan it, it says Inspire, and you're done.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I think
way too easy.
Well, and this is where it is like, where do you draw the line where people perceive what's what I'm looking for? Perceive comfort and ease of a process, and then but it becomes more cumbersome. And I think Disney crossed that line where they in the pursuit of like, well, this will fast track everything and make things quicker and easy for people. They've gone way past that line and now have made it incredibly cumbersome in their need to make it easy. And they've done the exact opposite now.
Well, see, it's so funny you mention that, because a perfect example, and I like to use this analogy a lot on my live streams or when I'm on someone else's channel, is that you got that family of 4 from, let's say, Minnesota, Iowa, Georgia, whatever, and they're coming to Southern California to go experience Disneyland, maybe go check out Universal, but their main goal is Disney. Well, here's the problem. If they don't know what the heck a reservation system is, that's the first problem right there.
Yes.
They don't know they can't go to a ticket booth compared to their counterpart in Walt Disney World, which might be different. Yeah. You can go to a ticket booth out here, you can't. Yeah. Then on top of that, do you want to, the cast member, eventually when you do go through the 3-hour line to get a ticket because they're understaffed, do you want a lightning lane? Oh, what's a lightning lane? So it's just a trickle of just nonsense that they're creating. And the problem I see is another good friend of mine, Jared from Capture the Magic. He's kind of like my East Coast correspondent. And he tells me that he has several friends in the travel agency business who have told him up to recently that people traveling out of state to go to Orlando are choosing to stay on Universal property and go to Universal parks more than the Disney parks out there. Yeah. And it's the same thing out here to a little bit. Obviously, Universal Hollywood's very small. Yeah, it's small. Once they, in the next 5 years, once they have all these expansions they're working on, I don't know. I think Universal's going to give Disney a run for their money. Maybe not the size-wise, but just the uniqueness of that park. Because how many parks did we all grow up with that started out with the Hollywood aspect, and what's left to show for it? Universal. Because how can you compare Universal Hollywood to any other park? You can't. Because they generate hundreds of millions of dollars a year for movies, for commercials, for TV shows, and then like literally right upstairs you got a theme park. Yeah. I know Walt Disney World back in the day, MGM Studios, they tried the whole backlot tour to kind of say, hey, look at us, we're copying Universal. Well, it died off. It didn't work.
Right. Yeah. Well, because I think what that highlights is the distinct difference between a Universal and Disney. Universal is a movie company and a media company with a side business of a theme park, while Disney is a theme park company with the side business of media now.
Yeah.
And they're trying desperately to do that. And I think what Universal is doing very, very, very intelligently is they're realizing, like, hey, Disney, for whatever reason, has, in my opinion, dropped the ball on a lot of things. For whatever reason, whether they feel they're the top of the mountain and where no one can touch us and whatever. But
Sure.
I think Universal has done is seen the gap and go, like, there's where we go. And they're shooting the gap, and they're going for it because they realize that there is a hole in the market. And to their credit, they're going, we're doing it. So I have said it before with Incredible Universe and everything else happening, with the expansions happening down there for Universal in Southern California, I said, look, it is a good thing because competition is a good thing. Now, the question is going to be, how is Disney going to react to it? And to me, they have so far been flat-footed at every level that has happened, and the park attendances are definitely reflective of that, I think. I've watched many a video and read many a story about the park attendance over in Florida being down. Holiday weekends, whatever it may be, empty for relative to that park. Same thing that we have now with Disney proper. We've had Becky go and Jess go as recently, and they both said the same thing.
Sure.
There's not a lot of area. There's not a lot of people here. We've all been in the park when it's been packed. And and we have a better, and like us who go to the park, we have a much better realization of what a full park is versus an empty park. And
Sure.
and that was the main thing. So I think Universal doing this, I hope is going to be the kick in the pants of Disney, be like, hey, guys, we're a theme park company, and now this movie company is starting to eat our lunch. What are we going to do? And so I'm curious about your opinion on that. Like, do you think this will be the motivating factor for Disney to get off their keister and be like, okay, guys, Disney Forward, we need to get on that like nobody's business. We need to start doing the things. Same thing in Florida. We have another pad sitting out there. What are we going to do with that? And if we're going to do something, we better start moving on this stuff like yesterday.
Well, see, it's interesting you say that, because I do kind of feel that. I kind of feel, and I use a lot of analogy with Tron, out in Walt Disney World. How long for one roller coaster, literally one roller coaster that they already copied from Shanghai Disney to build out Walt Disney World?
It took like 5 years almost? 4 or 5 years?
5 years.
Yeah.
And think about this. In 5 years, Universal almost completed Epic Universe in that time. A whole theme park with multiple lands, shops, entertainment, you name it.
Yeah.
And then they built 3 massive hotels. So it's concerning to me that Disney comes out and says, "Oh, we're gonna charge more for the Magic Keys. We're gonna charge more for Lightning Lane. We're gonna charge more for parking, merch, food, all this stuff." And again, I've reiterated many times recently, I don't mind the parks going up in price, but show something for it. Don't sit there and tell me you're going to charge me more money, and then I'm going to have to wait another 3 years for another attraction to open up. It's like, why am I paying for this? So perfect example at DCA. I go into it because it's, you have 2 Avengers attractions, which I do give Disney kudos for whatever reason they decided to kick in the high gear, and I've never seen Disneyland construction move this fast onto it.
They're moving,
Yes, correct.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
The problem I have is Avatar. Okay, with James Cameron, this whole situation. First of all, they can't even confirm it's a land. They call it an experience.
Right.
That's the first thing that bugs me.
Okay, so hold on. Hold on.
Sure.
I knew, Udi, I knew having Theme Park Conductor would be great, because this guy is exactly someone we would go hang out with, because he, and I mean that in the greatest ways. We were talking the same language, brother.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Because the way I look at it is like, I'm already feeling is like, because we're realistic about what's going on. We're not, we don't blue sky it. We
No.
look at it and go like, no, this is the real right here.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
go on. So go on with the Avatar thing. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm laughing because
Oh, it's all good.
you said Avatar. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Here we go. Go get some more coffee, Udi. Go get some more
I'm
coffee.
gonna go get my third cup of coffee right now.
Oh, there you go.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm not joking. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
Oh, man.
I just brewed it anyway. So
There you go. No, but it's just Avatar bugs the hell out of me, man. It's just they can't confirm it's a land. Then they're trying to shoehorn it into the Hollywood backlot. That's what concerns me the absolute most.
yeah, the Hollywood backlot. What in the world, dude? Right?
Yeah, I don't understand it because if you think about with Disneyland Forward, the Simba parking lot is part of Disneyland Forward. Why not put Avatar in the Simba parking lot? And you guys, and they couldn't have already started construction already because it's not guest facing.
Ugh.
They couldn't have torn off, a big section of that parking lot to build it.
Yes.
They wouldn't have to rip anything out besides asphalt, and that's it. And they couldn't have started. Why they decided to shoehorn it in the Hollywood backlot is concerning to me. And what also concerns me is it only going to have one attraction? Is the Hyperion Theater going to be demolished, or is it going to stay there and just do absolutely nothing like it's been doing? Because that's a whole nother thing. It's
Oh,
like,
man.
Yeah.
if you're not going to use that theater, do us all a favor, knock the damn thing down. I will volunteer to put a construction hat on, do a temporary hiatus from my full-time job to go down there, drive a bulldozer and knock that damn thing down, and either give it to Avatar or give it to Avengers Campus and build a
either way.
4-ticket attraction.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do something with it.
Yes.
Because
I agree.
when they're coming out and saying, oh, well, we use it for private events, how in the hell is someone that's paying $1,900 a year for an Inspire Key Magic Key benefiting from you using a massive building that does nothing and has a massive footprint for future expansion?
Yeah, I agree with you. But have you been in the Hyperion? Have you been?
No,
there?
I haven't been in there.
Have you been?
I have.
It is
I have.
gorgeous inside.
It is.
It is amazing. That when they made that, and I remember I went in. God, I don't remember how long I went in, and I remember walking into that theater, and I just stopped in awe of what is in there. It is gorgeous in there.
Oh, absolutely.
And to have nothing going on in there is to me is a travesty. So I'm with you. Like, either use it because it is an amazing theater that is great for whatever show they want to put on, or bring it or raise it to the ground and let's go with something else. Because you're right with the Avatar. Because I've been barking and yelling about, well, yelling and maybe an overstatement, but barking about how you cannot squeeze it in there. I remember, once they kind of said, well, we're going to put it over here, we brought up the Google Maps. We started looking at it and going, are you kidding me? Like, how can you do it? To me, this is, again, it is a short-sighted vision of what you're doing. It's like, hey, Bob, let's really focus in on what's going on. And this is a failure.
Yeah, Theme Park Conductor, while you're getting coffee, had mentioned something we've all talked about before is why not use the Symbol lot for this? I mean, close it down. It's not guest facing. No. You're just ripping up asphalt. Yeah. Sure, you're going to have to do a bunch of infrastructure to get plumbing in, but do all that, move the parking somewhere else. Yeah. And I think that's cast member parking there, or what? It's not.
Might be cast member.
It's not
over
Pixar
there.
Place Hotel parking, is it?
I don't.
Is it Theme Park Conductor?
I don't know if it's the hotel parking or it's downtown Disney parking.
Oh, it could be downtown Disney
parking.
Yeah, but you can move that somewhere else temporarily.
Oh yeah. Well, see that's another rant I can go on. The Eastern Gateway project.
Oh yeah.
That was announced 3 years ago.
Oh boy.
3 years.
Yeah.
And they got the green light to build it, and that is in cast member parking.
No.
And to this very minute, they still have not started it, and it bugs the literally hell out of me because all I'm hearing online constantly 24/7 is we cannot even start Avatar until that Eastern Gateway is built. It's like, okay, so you're telling me now Avatar's now delayed another 3 years because you have to wait until you build that.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I mean, I don't know what your interest is in it, but who's watching? I can't even tell you one character in Avatar.
Yeah, no, we're not. I'm not.
I
gonna
mean,
go,
you may love the
Sully.
film, but I don't know too much about it.
Yeah, no.
I couldn't. I'm horrible with names, so I couldn't name them either.
Okay.
But one bonus I can say compared to Animal Kingdom, and again, I'm going to be going to Orlando for my very first time in March to experience all the parks, both on
Cool.
Disney World and Universal. So I
Dude.
will be able to see Pandora.
Yes.
But one of the things that I think we're going to really benefit from, we'll be able to see our version at night.
Yes. Yes, you are so correct. So I took my daughters there 2.5-3 years ago because she graduated from college. That was the present. We were there for about, I don't know, 10 days or something, 9-10 days.
Wow.
And we got to see everything. And that was one of the things with Pandora. I mean, Animal Kingdom closes, I think they close at 6 or 7 or something.
Yeah.
And it was still light. So you can't see all the bioluminescence and stuff. But that area is beautiful. It really is. And you don't even know what's going on. I mean, I don't have zero connection to any of these characters. And it's beautiful. I understand that. But when you said you're going to go for the first time, dude, I'm telling you right now, Epcot is going to change your life.
Yes.
Yes. The World Showcase is it is something like I'm so pulling. I know your boy OG55 wants Westcott out here, and I totally agree with him. We need Westcott out here bad because that thing. I don't know if you drink or not. I mean, I don't drink a whole lot, but it's fun to get a beer here and there and just experience all this stuff. It did. Yeah. Anyways, I'm so excited for you going out there, and I just I just met you.
It's going to be awesome, and I cannot wait for the content that I'm going to be filming out there. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and the Epcot, out of all the parks, even on the Universal side, Epcot is my most anticipated because there's nothing else like it.
No.
It's very, very unique.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Very exciting to see. Now the Westcott thing, I will tell you, I've heard rumors, and again, they're just rumors, but Disney's looking at the future to look at the Toy Story parking lot as the third gate, and they could incorporate some type of Westcott in there. They could. It's more than possible they could do it. Will they do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Well, here. I have an idea.
You want to say something?
Sure. When you come back after your trip, I want to have you back on because what I want to do, because that sparked up something in my head.
What's that?
I since you're going for the first time, and now you're going to Incredible Universe as well.
Dude, that one looks awesome.
So I would like when you're done and you're going to do all your things, when you find time to come back on the show, and I want to like dig deep into the comparisons, the compare and contrast both parks and where you feel, because I think that would be super insightful. Being that you're from our neck of the woods and now going over there and experiencing both.
Yeah.
I really want your take on which one was better and whatnot, and all that kind of thing. What you found good and bad for everything. I think that would be a great conversation. Yeah.
That'd be freaking amazing to do.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, so we're gonna do that.
I can sort of guess where he's gonna where his opinion's gonna lie.
You don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I can sort of guess about where things are gonna lie with him. Yeah. If they're aligned with how I'm thinking.
There you go.
I know OG55 did this recently, or a couple years ago, and his rankings were a little bit different than mine. I know he's got Animal Kingdom as number 1. No, Epcot's number 1. And then Animal Kingdom's a little different animal, no pun intended. I wish we had that out here too, but I'm not gonna give you the power of suggestion of what is good or bad, but I definitely want to hear what you're gonna come up with. But I'm stoked, dude. I'm stoked.
Oh, same here. Like I said, it's something I wanted to do ever since I started my channel 2 years ago. It's always been a dream to go out there since I was a little kid. So I'm glad I'm planning this. I'm going to have a great time.
Awesome.
And like you fellows said, doing a compare and contrast, because one of the things I'm going to be really looking at is kind of attractions and in different areas that I could see out here at Disneyland and see how they do, like what's the comparison on it? Like for example, I told my buddy of mine from Hollow Gelato. That's George, the Disney Italiano.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah, he's planning my trip, so he's my trip advisor.
Yeah.
And one of the things he wants to do, since Thunder Mountain is about to reopen, if it's not open already out there, he wants to see the new updates compared to what ours is, and see if it's possible that we might get those updates out here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing a lot of comparison on that front as well.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. I want to ask you both: do you both only have Magic Keys for Disneyland, or do you have a pass for Universal?
So at the moment, as we speak, my Magic Key lapsed, and I've been trying to get it. I had the Enchant Key, and that is the one that is not open right now. So if it was open right now, I would have it. I would get it. But the time it lapsed, I let it lapse last year. I didn't have any trips planned, so I wasn't going to pay for it if I wasn't going to go. But now I've got a few trips planned for next year already. Sure. So I would get it right now if I could. But we both had the AP Flex Pass.
Okay.
Pre-COVID, and that was for us in Northern California. That was the best situation possible for us. And we made it work for us. My daughters had it too, but no, we do not have Universal, because Universal is not anywhere near, well, I guess it's just as close as Disneyland is.
But
no, we don't have
I don't have either.
No.
Well, the reason I bring it up, because there's a big comparison difference when you look at, owning a Magic Key, which I own the Inspire Key, and I own the Platinum Pass at Universal.
Okay.
And one of the things I do a lot of comparison is how both companies take care of their pass holders. And from what I've seen in the last couple years, even up to recently, I kind of feel that Universal caters and takes care of their pass holders a lot better than what Disney does on so many levels.
Okay.
On so many levels.
Like what's an example that you?
So for example, like all the after dark events, I kind of feel are just so much better than Disneyland. When you go to Disneyland, you look at Sweethearts Night, you look at Star Wars Night, you look at 80s Night, or even better, you look at Oogie Boogie.
Sure.
It's always the same thing, and the changes they make are so minor that you can't almost even tell unless you're looking for it.
Right.
Universal, it seems like they change things up, they cater to their members or their pass holders, and you kind of feel valued. And I don't like to negatively talk about Disney, because I'm a Disney fanboy. I have been all my life.
Yep.
Same.
But it just seems like Universal is just winning that war. Besides them, on the other aspect, and I say this a lot too, when it comes to construction, of new things,
yes,
Universal, for whatever reason, has like a genius formula on building stuff. Disney takes ages to build stuff, and then someone told me, it was so interesting. They said, well, Disney likes to sprawl things out through their quarterly earnings. I'm like, okay, well, if they want to play that card, then fine. Why Universal doesn't do that? They build stuff on turbocharge, and guests are happy for it.
Well, what I think you're highlighting is a philosophical difference right now. What Universal is doing in SoCal is they're recognizing their customer base. Okay, so we talk about it all the time that Disneyland, for whatever Disney Corp has tried to do, Disneyland proper is a locals park. No matter how much they try to make it the resort or do this or whatever, the core of that attendance is the local people. So Universal, it sounds to me like they're actually recognizing that and going like, hey, we recognize the vast majority of the people coming in are going to be from here. So we're a community. Okay, so let's take care of our community. Disney's philosophy has been like, let's homogenize the whole thing, make it a giant corporation, and then the visitors will come wherever. And they've kind of put the most faithful, the Disney faithful, on the back burner because they've been like, hey, they're going to come no matter what. So we'll do that. And the focus has been off it. And I agree completely. Yeah. So now when we go into the construction phase of it, whoever made that comment is incredibly intelligent because I agree with it fully. The game that Disney's played and Bob Iger's played has been a quarterly game. If you follow quarterly earnings, I don't know if you do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay. So you know the earnings call is coming up. What is it? Next week? This Wednesday? I think it's this Wednesday, right?
This Wednesday, yeah.
This Wednesday.
Look at you, really pulling out some crazy facts
because
like that.
I follow it. So you can watch that, right? You watch the game that's played by Disney, and Universal doesn't care because their focus is different. So whoever said that is incredibly intelligent and correct, in my opinion. That this is what Disney's doing. So
maybe it was you that said that.
I did not.
Oh.
But I think this is where I'm hoping, and this is what I was asking about earlier, is Universal. I'm hoping this is going to be the, hey guys, like whatever the formula is that we've been working with isn't working anymore, and we have Universal proving it, and we need to refocus. And I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know how Iger, when he finally goes, how that's going to play out, who's going to come in behind him, and all those things are all factors that are going to play in this grander, bigger picture.
Yeah. I just real quickly on that, regarding construction, I know I've been following the progress of, and I guess primarily through your media, Team Park Conductor, is this Fast and Furious coaster. Like, how the heck
looks cool.
Is this thing constructed so fast, and we can't even get a damn bathroom built in Adventures Campus, right?
Yeah.
And I go, okay, these guys are winning every single time. So when you talk about Bob Iger, I hope whomever is the next president will stop the throttling of the creativity that Disney has. Like, I know there's so much talent at Disney, at WI right now, and I know they've got plans to do stuff if they weren't so throttled all the time. So say, hey, let's remove the layers of all this nonsense, red tape, bureaucracy nonsense, and start building stuff. And then to your point, Theme Park Conductor, is like, how, if you're going to charge $1,900 for stuff, I want to see some results. Because right now, you're seeing a construction zone in DCA, and that's not what I want to be paying for.
No.
And so I hope whomever is the next president says we need to start unleashing our creativity and start doing stuff. Right?
Well, no, you're absolutely right. And one of the things that I can tap in on that is, for example, and I'm not saying he will be, but Josh tomorrow.
Yes.
Let's say he becomes the next CEO, hypothetically, and not Dana Walden. He has a real opportunity here, and I mean that for the best for him if he is chosen. A real opportunity to say, you know what? People are sick and tired of the reservation system. Let's get rid of that. Let's ramp up construction. Let's do this. Let's take care of our magic key holders. Let's, you know, there's a lot of growth and a lot of good positive vibes he can bring to the company if he's chosen. Now, do I have faith that's going to happen? I don't know, because when Bob Iger left the first time and left Chapek in charge, I kind of felt that Chapek, you know, he did some wrongdoing, but a lot of it, he was the face of the company. Meanwhile, you had Bob Iger, sad to say, playing the puppet master behind the scenes, you know, sitting there, you know.
You and Udi need to go get a drink or something sometimes.
No, it's crazy. He was playing the puppet master, making all these horrible decisions.
Love it.
People aren't going to know it's him, so let's blame Bob Chapek for that. It's like, come on. For real. Here we go again with the next CEO. Iger's really not going to disappear. Maybe in front of the cameras, but he's going to be in that back area, you know, making calls. It's like, you know, it's like dude, do you really want to retire, or you just don't want to be on camera anymore, but you
Right.
still want to call the shots?
Well,
Come on.
Come on.
Well, okay. The reality is this, and when you hear, well, okay, I'm gonna not be the CEO anymore. Okay, cool. But
Sure.
then if you pay attention, and again, this is a lot of the things we're going a little deep now, but a lot of people don't follow this. Is his contract still includes an advisory, like I'm going to stay
Yeah.
on as an advisor. He did the same thing to Chapek and never left his office. We've done two or three episodes on the show of basically me spending an hour ranting and reading articles and being like, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, to get people to realize, sure, Chapek wasn't perfect, but
No.
we gotta really point at what the problem is. So I have been yelling at Bob Iger for a while. But anyway, but the reality is this. So as long as he has his fingers in this pie,
Yeah.
there are still going to be things that he's going to be attached to. So even when he leaves, and I'm fully hoping that it is Josh tomorrow, but I think because I think if they do pick him, I think it's going to signal in a little way, at least in my mind, that we're going to focus back to the park. He's a parks guy. So
Yeah.
my thought is, okay, it will be a recognition by the board that, hey, Disney is a theme park company, not a
Sure.
multimedia. And if
Yeah.
they go with Dana Walden, which I really don't think, I think with a lot of the things that happen at ABC, without going into that whole
Sure.
bag, I think she's not really in consideration anymore. I could be way off, but I
Okay.
think if they bring her on, that's a signal that's going to go leaning further into the media side of it, because that's her wheelhouse. So it's going to be super interesting to see which way they go.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I really am hoping beyond hope that it is Josh, and that somehow he takes it upon himself to really. Chapek tried to, and we saw what happened to him. So it'll be curious to see, because I think Disney returning to its roots of the theme park will be the long-term gain and goal and overall win for Disney as a whole.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like you said, with Tomorrow, possibly being the CEO, there are many areas, and I'm sure I'm going to see it in Walt Disney World too, many areas that need help. And one of the areas that I see by far that needs the most help, at least at the Disneyland Resort, is Tomorrowland. And I can spend 3 hours talking about that damn thing. It's just, I don't even consider it Tomorrowland anymore. I make a laughing joke all the time. I'm like, okay, it's the land of the popcorn buckets. If you want to go get your popcorn bucket that you can't find anywhere else, go to Tomorrowland. They always seem to have it.
Yeah.
And then it just bugs me, the whole aspect of that.
Mm-hmm.
You still have Star Wars in that land, and you can't put it in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's just, again, I think Dana Walden, for what she has represented with the Walt Disney Company, I think Tomorrow would be the better choice.
Mm-hmm.
I just really, really hope, if he is chosen, Bob Iger really doesn't interfere and make things like another Bob Chapek situation. I really hope to God not, because like you guys mentioned, Universal is fast tracking things. There is no slowing Universal down. We're seeing it with multiple experiences coming with the Horrors Unleashed. First in Las Vegas, which I was very lucky to go to grand opening weekend.
Wow.
Then you have Chicago. Now I'm hearing from some sources they already have 3 more locations they're going to start building.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the Kids Texas Resort.
Yes.
You got the UK park. And I've heard from Orange Go 55 from a source from him that they possibly could be eventually looking at the cruise line industry for Universal.
Yeah.
So,
And also, I don't know if you mentioned it, but I've also heard that they want to start to expand Incredible Universe already, right?
Yeah, they're already expanding it. Yeah. And a good friend of my channel, Theme Park Wizard, he just posted a permit on social media. As of today, Epic Universe has filed for a new expansion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Permit.
That's
as of today.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. So I do want to put a pin in this particular topic. So we honestly, you mentioned about going 3 hours. We could go 3 hours on stuff, and but we're gonna do a couple fun things first. The first thing is we have something called the randomizer. It just shows up whenever it does. We have no control over it. And Udi, explain the theme park conductor.
So the randomizer is what I call the infernal machine. It asks it needs to be satisfied before it leaves. It needs you. It's going to pick 3 attractions from either park. And it's going to ask you to either which one are you going to get rid of entirely?
Yep.
Destroyed by the Empire, as Mark likes to say.
Destroyed by the Empire, yes.
Secondly, you're going to keep it as is, pristine, golden, like it is. And the third one's going to be like, hey, we see that there are some changes that could be made to it. Then you also need to actually say what the changes are. You can't just say, we'll change that one. It needs to know how you would change said attraction.
Yes. Oh, okay. So, theme. Sorry, I'm going to say theme park conductor. So the randomizer spit out 3 attractions for today, and sometimes it goes between both parks. Sometimes it's in one park. Today it's a tough one. It may not be tough. The first 3, the top 3 attractions for today. You ready? Star Tours. Star Tours. The Adventure Continues. Davy Crockett Explorer Canoes and Indiana Jones Adventure Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Those are the 3 we have for today. Okay, so we've got Star Tours, Davy Crockett Explorer Canoes, and Indiana Jones Temple. One must stay, one must be gone, destroyed by the Empire, and one must be modified to your liking.
Yeah.
Since you are today's guest, theme park conductor, you can go first, or you can say, I need to
defer.
Or you can defer.
Oh, no, I'll entertain this one.
There you go.
Here we go.
I think Indiana Jones is going to stay.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Okay.
I think Davy Crockett probably will go because it's more of a liability than, at least in my opinion, the way Disney likes to do things, it's a liability.
Okay.
Star Tours, I think, will be either modified or moved.
Okay, and then moved.
And how I would modify it, remove it from Tomorrowland and put it in its proper place in Star Tour or in Galaxy's Edge and give it some uniqueness, add new features to the attraction.
I like that.
Give it, a breath of fresh air.
Okay. I could see that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm of the same mindset. If you're gonna modify it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go with. You're gonna keep the canoes. I love the canoes. We don't go on every time, but it is one of those classic things that give you, and one of the main reasons why, and I always encourage people to go on it if they can, is it gives you another perspective of the rivers and of the park in general. It takes you to a place in a way that no other attraction will do in the park.
Yeah.
There's just no other way. If you haven't experienced it, it is such a unique thing that really, I always say, one of the many, many beautiful things about Disneyland proper is that when you're in there, and especially in the rivers, you completely forget there's a huge metropolitan area right over there. You know what I mean? You're completely gone. You're completely immersed in everything that's going on.
In fact, there's another galaxy over there.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay. right over there, on the other side of that.
It's a galaxy.
There's a whole other galaxy.
Yes.
So that is what I would keep. I think it's one of those things that it's just classic, and so you don't do that. Now, the one that I would get rid of 100% would be Star Tours. I think as much as I love and I have a place in my heart for that, in this situation, that would be the one that's gone. I think it's either it's lived its life or it needs to be seriously modified. But for now, that one's gone. So the one that would be modified then would be Indy, right? Now the one modification that I would have loved was what they wanted to do originally, which was incorporated into the Jungle Cruise. And have aspects of the Jungle Cruise peer into the attraction. I mean, how many times have you been on Jungle Cruise coming off, and then they're referencing, Indiana Jones, right? The temple, the skipper will mention that. How much better would it be if they would have actually incorporated that into the actual attraction itself, where you're seeing aspects of it, and then think about the jokes that the skipper can make. I mean, there are so many things that would be great. So that is what I do. Somehow, kind of have a part of that attraction, touch and interact with Indy.
Yeah.
And with Jungle Cruise back and forth.
Okay.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, that's my exact answer too. I would get rid of Star Tours. I don't even like that ride.
Yeah, you can't ride it.
Attraction. I get too sick on it. So that one's easy for me. Davy Crockett Explorer Canoes, I would keep it because exactly what Udi said, and no other park has that, as far as I know, unless Hong Kong Disney does. But I don't think they do.
I don't think so.
But it is a whole different perspective that, you know, you get to see from the water level. I almost said the ground level, but it's the water level of everything back there. And I'm fascinated by it. And it's not even hard. The last time I was on it, I was taking pictures. In the middle, I'm taking pictures of me and my daughter, and we're supposed to be paddling, and the thing's still going anyway. So it is not a big ask to go on that. And then Indiana Jones for sure. What Udi said. This, if we could have some Jungle Cruise action in there. But to be a little bit different, I wish we could have a Skipper Canteen, Indiana themed little restaurant right out there.
Oh, that would
be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to come out for that and just be so that you could see the Jungle Cruise and have the torches and I would love that. So that's my modification.
Yep.
Okay. One last thing, Theme Park Conductor, because I know we could talk about a lot of things, and I do want to have you back on many times.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you're willing.
Oh yeah.
I hate you guys.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answers here, but I ask everyone who's on our show for the very first time these 5 or 6 different Disneyland questions, and it's personal questions about your just thought. Okay. What are your 3 favorite attractions at Disneyland? Like, if these have to be going at all times for you.
Okay, going at all times. So my number 1 has to be Thunder Mountain. I love Thunder Mountain, just the thrill of it.
Yes.
It's just absolutely incredible. My second has to be Indiana Jones because I love Harrison Ford. I love the whole Indy series.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a fan favorite of mine, no matter what. My third attraction, man. You're putting me in the tight spot because there's a lot of attractions.
Yeah.
If I have to go old school, I'm probably gonna say Space Mountain.
Ooh, good one. Good one.
All 3 heavy hitters.
All heavy hitter, yeah.
Yeah, love that. Okay, good answers. Good answers. What is your favorite food and/or snack at Disneyland?
Okay, so snack has to be Harbor Galley, the cookies, the chocolate chip cookies. I love those chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Mondo actually turned me on to that from Five Fires. He's like, you have to try these. I tried it one time.
Yeah.
Now I'm obsessed.
I
love it.
I've heard that from everyone that has tried them, that there is nothing quite like them, and I'm like, holy crap! When I go back to the park, I'm like, we're going.
I gotta try that too. They used to have those, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's your favorite snack. Okay, favorite snack. Okay, now what about restaurant?
There's only one right now.
Or food.
Ooh, man, Carnation Cafe is my favorite.
There
on
you
Main
go.
Street.
Love it. Yes.
If you could get a reservation. Yeah.
Well, you're the theme park conductor. You can just show up.
Oh, that's true. I have my ways.
Even if people aren't done eating, you say those guys need to go right now.
Need to leave. Yeah.
I need that table.
This table is his.
Yeah. Okay. Do you like being in the park better at day or night? And if it's at night, I want to know where you want to be during that magic hour.
Okay, so I'm going to have to say during the night.
Yes.
And at Disneyland, I like being on Main Street, especially during the holidays, because literally you feel such a different experience with all the lights, the lights on the castle, the fireworks, the energy, just the whole atmosphere is just so unique.
Yeah.
So I have to say that for sure. At DCA, I like being right in front of Little Mermaid and watching World of Color. There's nothing like it.
Right.
Oh, I thought you were going to go somewhere else when you said DCA. Yeah. I thought you might say right at Cars Land.
That is. Well, Cars Land is pretty much tied for first because Cars Land, I have to tell you, any type of the year, they decorated that land with that type of theming so well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It actually got me excited for what Magic Kingdom has to offer.
Yeah.
Even though I don't agree it took over Rivers of America,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
a whole nother
Yeah,
that-
conversation.
Oh my, that really is. Yeah, no, and I agree with you. I mean, for me, it is Main Street. Watching the lights come up and everything begin to like take the whole. You see the transformation, and you feel the vibe change when you're on Main Street. Sitting at the train station, looking down, is one of my favorite places to be, and especially at that moment when you have everything beginning to change and you feel the physical change in the park. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, for me, it's still Adventureland. I love being there at night. I love there at night. All right, next question, a little bit deeper here. So, theme park conductor, let's say you've got a friend or maybe a family member that says, theme park, I'm sure they don't call you theme park conductor, but for the sake of this question, dude, I don't know why you go to Disneyland at all. It's so ridiculous to me why you go there. Isn't that for kids? You take it upon yourself to take them to the park. What are you going to do or show them that best exemplifies what Walt Disney was trying to get out of the park?
So it's an interesting question because my brother's like that. He has no interest of going into the parks. He never has. He hates crowds and all that.
Does he call you theme park conductor?
Oh no. He's kind of nice about it. He calls me a name, but
okay,
it's not rude.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm sorry.
But no, it's just what I try to show people, at least on my channel compared to other channels, is you don't have to be a kid to enjoy the Disney way. And I think Walt Disney really tried to bring that to life when he was building Disneyland and then eventually Walt Disney World, is the fact that it was something state of the art at the time, and it was bringing new magic and new excitement and entertainment to folks that were kind of sick and tired of their 9-to-5 job and their full-time work hours, that wanted to kind of take the kids and have a great time and just evolutionize the park. And one of the lines he always used to say was, Disneyland is never completed. There will always be room for improvement. And I love that, because that is a great slogan right there, because it shows even 70 years later that we're seeing improvement to the resort, which Disneyland was Walt's original Magic Kingdom before Orlando came around.
Gotcha. And so but is there anything in the park though that you're going to take a guest to?
So if I had to take them, basically if it was IP based, I would take them to Star Wars. Okay. There's not too many people that I don't know that don't love Star Wars or even know what Star Wars is.
Okay.
If I'm going traditional, I would say Main Street at night.
Oh yes, for sure. Solid answer. Yes. All right. Couple more questions. Do you collect anything?
Oh, I collect stuff. It's so funny because I had such a collection. It was getting to the hoarder status, and I had to stop myself, and I had to get rid of a lot. But I do collect quite a bit. Like for example, when I go to Disneyland, one of the stops I have to make every time I go in there.
I love this
is
stuff,
Disneyana. Disneyana.
Oh yeah.
I love that museum. I love the collectibles that are in there, and I cannot tell you how many times I've gone in there and seen the artwork from the Walt Disney Archives, where you have Walt and he's at the desk with his first paycheck, or it shows him and his brother Roy with the very first contract they had with their very first studios, stuff like that. Obviously I'm not going to pay $25,000 for it or even $6,000, but it's something that I like to do that kind of reminds me why I do my YouTube channel, why I like to talk about the theme parks, why I like to film content, take pictures, film little clips here and there. to kind of it's kind of like an inspirational thing for me, whether I go in there and buy something or I go in there just to look around and kind of just, like I said, remind myself why I do the channel.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, awesome.
That is awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Last question. What is your favorite ride vehicle?
Man, God.
We only ask the tough questions.
I have to go back to Indy, man. Riding a Jeep.
Yeah.
That's like on hydraulics,
Yeah.
on steroids, and
Okay.
thrashes you around.
Yeah.
Oh man, perfect ride vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Right on. So I've had a really good time. And I'll just say this: every time we've had a guest on, we've had quite a few. I mean, I'm not going to go through our litany of guests, but every time we have someone on in the community, I'm always, and I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but everyone is super cool, friendly, willing to talk about their experience. We're going to talk about their passion, and I love sharing knowledge with like-minded people, or even I like sharing knowledge with everyone. I get to learn stuff. I learned a lot today, and it's just this community that we've been a part of for 10 years. It's such a cool group of people, and this is exactly what Theme Park Conductor is. We're adding to that. A very cool guy that I would have no trouble hanging out at the park with, and riding Indy, I guess, a lot of times, and that's fine. And hanging out at Carnation, because I like Carnation too. Yeah, I love that.
Oh,
place.
Carnation is so good.
Love it. So I just want to say, it's great that I'm glad we got to meet you today, and this, like I said, another cool guy to be hanging out with.
100%. Yep.
No, absolutely, and I'm so honored to be part of one of your episodes, and I cannot wait to come back. And maybe at one point or another do a 3-hour live stream, because I feel like there is a lot of kinetic energy between us three where we can really, really dive super deep in the Disneyland way. And I can almost guarantee you, if we all three hung at the park at Disneyland, I don't think we would be even riding one attraction, because we would just probably be walking around, breaking stuff down, talking, and just kind of enjoying each other's company. And I love that. Because I have fellow content creators that do that. A lot of times, not all the times, but a lot of times we don't even go on rides. We just walk land by land and see what improvements they are doing.
Dude.
So it's a lot of fun.
Speaking my language, dude, that's exactly what I would love to do. We were joking about it with one of his friends the other night who wants to go to Disneyland. And I said, dude, if you went with us, we'd probably spend about 45 minutes to an hour just on Main Street. He goes, what?
Yeah.
He goes, 100%.
100%.
We'd be talking about this and that and going in and out of shops and talking about why this is there. He's like, what?
Yeah. But to his credit, he's like, I'm down. Like, he's like, I'm down. I'll do it. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that is awesome, and I appreciate you coming on, and thank you for spending time. But yes, I am 100% in agreement with you. I think you and I would be sitting there being like, and what about that, and what about this, and what about that, and we'd be going down and down and down and down and down. Because there are so many things that, and this is the beauty of the whole thing, right? Is that we have so many things we can just communicate and then connect with. And I think that's amazing. And we're sitting there talking. Some people might think, like, what are you guys even talking about? But it doesn't even matter, because we know we're connecting at that. So that is, it's amazing. And thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And quickly, where can people find out more information about you?
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you to you both for having me on. But
of course.
Yes, you can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at Theme Park Conductor. You can find me on Instagram at theme_park_conductor. You can find me on X at Theme Conductor. You can also find me on TikTok at Theme Park Conductor 1. And every Sunday at 5 or 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I do my Conductor Sunday live stream, where I have amazing guests like Orange Go 55, George from Hollow Gelato, Tommy Toon World, Jared from Capture and Magic, and so many others, as we break down Universal, Disney, and the Christmas season, and talk about rumors and future plans for the park.
We gotta get on that train.
And I would encourage all of our listeners, please go follow him on all of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen to him. Great guy. Very intelligent man.
Yes. Okay, brother. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, and we will be talking soon.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then just one final note, if you gentlemen are at Disneyland or planning to go to Disneyland, give me a heads up and I'll try to make a reservation because, that's what we do out here in Southern California. Make
Yeah.
reservations.
Done deal.
And I would love to hang out with you fellas
Yeah,
at the
equally.
park.
Okay, we will absolutely love that too, man.
Yep.
Okay, dude. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, man.
See ya.
See ya. All right. Well, I hope you guys liked that as much as we did. I really enjoyed talking to Theme Park Conductor. I knew from the rip that this guy would be one of our ilk, right?
Well, yeah. When you brought him up, I'm like, okay. And then I started looking. I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is going to be a guy that we're going to have a good time talking with. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to agree on much, but we actually seem like we did.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone doesn't agree with you on this stuff, I love to know the reasons why.
Oh yeah, no, that makes it the more enjoyable. Actually, this is what creates your excitement, is because you're talking about what's going on, and yeah, we don't have to agree with everything.
Yeah.
But it's that connectivity that we have with people that is amazing. I love it.
Yeah. So I'm very thankful Theme Park Conductor came on, and do check him out. We will have him back on the show for
100%.
100%.
Yeah, these are the people that we love to communicate with.
Yes.
Because we, like, if you guys didn't pick up on it, but the vibe that he gives off is what we need. Just that energy and that excitement and their ability, like, we're being real about what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're also very passionate about what's going on. And we've heard it from many people that when they listen to our show, they feel like they're in the room with us.
Yes.
And this is the same energy that he gave, because he could have been literally sitting across the table from me and we had the same energy.
Yes.
And that is what's amazing to us.
100%.
Yeah.
Now, it's not to push you more, Udi, but we go to the park. There's like 8 people that want to go with us right now.
I know.
I mean, seriously, everyone has said that. It's like, when you guys down there, give us a call.
I know.
We're going to be there. And I love it.
I know. I love it. I thank you guys so much for all that. Yeah.
And believe me, we will do it.
I feel, honestly, you guys, I feel that love when everybody says that, and I feel that love coming from you guys, and it means so much to me. I don't have the
they're
words to
genuine.
describe that. Yeah, because I believe you. I believe it fully. And it's one of the reasons why it's like, man, I just love,
Yeah, I mean, just off my head, and we've got a Theme Park Conductor, Sam Carter, a Mental Mouse wants to come and have a beer with us.
Jay. Well, you've hung out with Jay. I haven't hung out with Jay.
A couple times, yeah. Jay, of course, he wants to meet you.
Yeah.
Fernando, of course, wants to get another drink.
Yeah.
So it's probably, I know there's like 2 more I can't think of right now, but yeah, it's
Skittle Muffin,
of course. Yeah. Anyways, we will make that happen.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna wrap up episode 233. In 10 days, you'll be able to listen to LTP Lounge. So just keep that in mind. It's Wednesdays, every other Wednesday from 6 to 7. To reach out to us, you can follow us on leavingtodaypodcast.com. That's our website. Instagram is Leaving Today Podcast. If you want to get a hold of us, send us an email at info@leavingtodaypodcast.com, or slide into our DMs as it were, and let us know what you think. And love to have you on the show. Love to talk about whatever you want to. And also, please do subscribe. Please do like our Instagram. Follow us so we can start going live. We just found that out. We have to have 1,000. We're fairly close.
Yeah.
We're off by about 100. Yeah. So if we can get some more traction there so we can go live, that would be great. Okay, Udi, where can people find out more information about you?
You can find me on my main social, which would be Instagram, which is HAXGOALIE. And if you've been wondering, the Mando Show has been on hiatus, and we were trying to figure out how to record because Visions did come out, and we have something to talk about. And then, lo and behold, half the crew is sick.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully they get better.
Everybody needs to get better. Shout out Chad. Shout out Derek. Hope you guys are feeling better.
Yes, absolutely.
Soon. And that way we can get back on that horse and get to it. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there you go. And then obviously you can find me here.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Very good show. So on behalf of Becky and Jess, we love you.
They're
Adventures out there, and we'll see you in the parks.
See ya. I am a good button pusher.
It's okay. I can make it work.
You broke it.
Yeah.
I didn't say smell it.
Well, that's what I thought. I'm like, hey,
No,
anytime
I just meant,
I
like,
see
look
him,
at it.
I'm like, why do you want me to smell this?
No, I want you to look at it.
Remain seated, please. Permanense status, por favor.
Why are you throwing up? You trying to eat all your food before your sister does? Now you can eat that.
But you make me hot. It's so close, I can feel it.
No bed sheets.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I like yelling at you.
You're funny. Ow, that hurt. Don't make me smile like that. Ow. But you make me hot. It's so close, I can feel it.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?